Hello, my name is Juan Reyes. I am an oceanography student at the University of Texas at Tyler, and today I will be analyzing and interpreting several national weather forecast maps. I will teach you the basics of reading them and explain what each symbol means, starting with the latest map released this past Friday. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, also known as NOAA, releases daily national weather forecast maps of the entire United States. And this is the one that I will start with. Unfortunately, I could not print a copy of this, so I will flip my camera around and show you my computer screen. This is the national weather forecast map released by NOAA this past Friday, October 17th, 2025. Given this time of year, you can see two cold fronts spanning from north to south across the United States. The first one, there's one in the northwest corner of the country, right here, starting from Canada all the way down into the Pacific. And there's also one running down across the Midwest, as you can see here, all the way down to Texas. If you noticed, the cold front is symbolized by these blue lines with triangles pointing in the direction in which the cold front is traveling. They start off at cold fronts up here north of the border in Canada, but as they make their way south, they eventually turn into stationary fronts, as you can see here, symbolized by alternating blue triangles and red half circles. So around this point, it begins to transition into a stationary front. For the cold front in the Midwest, and for the one in the Northwest, it begins around this point. If one key thing to take away from oceanography is that areas of low pressure typically signify the possibility or a high possibility of precipitation or thunderstorms, given that the moist air rises, evaporates to the sky, which then prompts it to later fall down as rain eventually. And this is confirmed by the fact by these shaded areas here. If you look at the legend, this represents thunderstorms. This shaded red area with dots. This other blue region and this clear red region represents areas of rain and mixed precipitation. But if you notice, they all occur on areas of low pressure, which is expected. The areas of low pressure and high pressure labeled on this map are signified by the capital letters H and L respectively. H for high pressure and L for low pressure. If you look at the areas of high pressure, you see that they're mostly surrounded by clear skies or calm weather. Whereas for low pressure is surrounded by thunderstorms and precipitation, which is expected, obviously. You also see some red dashed lines right here, which essentially are elongated areas of low pressure. And these essentially connect low pressure lines, as you can see here. So that is the National Weather Forecast map released this past Friday, October 17th, 2025. At 8 p.m. And the next map that I will analyze is this map that I that I sketched myself, essentially. So this is a map of the United States. It shows values of equal atmospheric pressure throughout. I connected the values of equal pressure through lines called isolines. So if any of you are familiar with surveying, these are essentially like contour lines, but instead of contour lines signify elevation, these lines signify atmospheric pressure. I labeled the isolines with the highest and lowest pressure as H and L respectively. So there is an area of maximum high pressure, and this is the area of maximum low pressure. As I explained previously, areas of low pressure, those are areas in which we expect precipitation and thunderstorms. Whereas in areas of high pressure, those are areas in which we expect clear weather and calm skies. One thing to note is that in the northern hemisphere, areas of low pressure, the wind blows in a counterclockwise direction in those areas. Whereas in areas of high pressure, the wind blows in a clockwise direction. And this is the opposite occurs in the northern hemisphere. Areas of low pressure, the wind blows in a clockwise direction in the southern hemisphere. And in areas of high pressure, they blow in a counterclockwise direction in the southern hemisphere. But since the United States falls in the northern hemisphere, it follows this this wind pattern right here. The last map that I will analyze is again another national weather forecast map released on October 13th. You can see a cold front spanning across the United States from east to west. It starts at around Pennsylvania, around right here. It then moves its way down as it travels to the Midwest, and then as it travels to the west, it moves northwards again. As it travels downwards, though, the cold front eventually turns into a stationary front, which again is pretty much a boundary between cold and warm fronts. They occur when cold and warm fronts they collide with each other, and neither of them overtake the other. And as it moves its way northward and westward, it turns into a cold front again. You can also see, although it may not be so visible, but you may also see areas of high and low pressure here. Again, areas of low pressure signify the possibility of precipitation and rain, whereas areas of high pressure signify calm weather. And this has been my third lab for my oceanography class. I hope that you enjoyed the video and that you were able to take something away from it. Thank you.